In this video, I'm gonna explain how to do the perfect push workout for you. I'm a personal trainer and I've been training for 7 years now. So let's see together why you should do the push workout in the first place, how to organize the exercises depending on your weaknesses, your strength, and lastly, I'm gonna show you my current push workout and why it is working for me.
I'm going up.
So why you should do the push-pull leg split in the first place, comparing to the full body, the half body, the bro split, which most of us have started with, and I started with also. First of all, it's going to be personal preference. If you don't like these splits, chances are that you're not going to push yourself hard enough and you're not going to grow ultimately. Another thing that is really cool with this kind of workout is that you can easily double the time you're working out. Push-pull legs, of course, you know, is a 3-day split, but if you have the opportunity like me, train 6 times a week, you just gotta double down on the workout. Next thing that is cool is the flexibility you get by doing a push workout. You can easily skip a session. Maybe a friend from a long time is in town just for the day. You want to spend the day with him. Of course, you're going to skip the session. If you have only a 3-day split, you do the workout another day. And of course, sometimes you know that the next week is going to be busy. So you can say that the next week you're only going to do 3 sessions instead of 6. And it's not going to change really much for you. You don't have to redo all your training program just for this week. You just got to remove 3 sessions and it's going to be it. Some of you are going to say that you can do the same thing with half body and full body splits. It is true, but in my opinion and what I've been testing out is it is actually really hard to push yourself enough when doing 2 big muscle group. For example, doing chest and back. Personally, it is really hard for me to push myself as hard as I want on each of those muscles. So I prefer doing push-pull legs where I'm training all the muscle, doing the same kind of movement. When you're doing chest and back, you're actually involving your front delt, your rear delt, doing traps, lats, chest, and all the muscle that's gonna stabilize your body. So it is doubling down on the effort you're gonna need to push yourself. And in my opinion, it is not the best way to do it. If you like this kind of workout and you are able to push yourself enough, good for you. But I'm talking about my experience, you get it. And I think the best advantage you have with this push-pull leg split is that on each session, you're training all the muscle group doing the same movement. That's why we call that push-pull legs. In push, you're doing all the muscle responsible of the movement for pushing. Essentially, the chest, the triceps, and the shoulders. There's also other group like the serratus major, but the 3 main responsible muscle for pushing is going to be chest, shoulders, and triceps. So depending of what exercise you do in your push session, of course, there's a muscle that's going to get all the tension compared to the other. But of course, you know, even when doing bench press, which is the most common exercise for chest, your shoulders and your triceps are involved too. And if you're lifting heavy, they're going to get a good tension also. So even if you're doing less exercise for triceps, less exercise for shoulders, by training your chest, the shoulders and the triceps are going to get a lot of tension. So ultimately, it's going to be enough to at least retain the size you have right now. Now that we know why it is good to do a push workout, of course you do whatever you want. If you like the bro split, do the bro split. So in a perfect world, if you have no weakness, no priority on what muscle you want to target, for the push workout, I would suggest you do one muscle after the other. For example, for this push workout, you want to emphasize the chest. So you're gonna start with that. Doing one exercise for chest, maybe bench press, maybe incline dumbbell press, whatever you want. Then you're gonna go to shoulders. And no matter your genetics, what your weakness are, I think the first exercise you have to do for shoulders is one of lateral raises. No matter what it is, lateral raises with dumbbell. You're training your side delts first, because nobody has too much side delt. Even Sebum has not too much side delt. He has maybe the best side delts in the world, but he has not too much. What could be wrong to grow them as much as you can? And by doing them at the beginning of the session, you're gonna be more fresh, you're gonna have more strength. So ultimately, more tension, more stimulus, more growth. Okay? Of course, you do whatever you want, but that's my advice. So you've done chest, you've done shoulders. Then the third exercise, if you want, you can do tricep. That's a circle that I really like to do. That's what I did when I started to do push-pull legs. So you do chest, shoulders, triceps, and then you go again, chest, shoulder, triceps. Of course, if maybe you have another push day, maybe your chest is the strong point and you want to emphasize the shoulder, you just have to switch it up. Instead of doing chest, shoulders, triceps, you can do shoulders, chest, triceps, or maybe even shoulders, triceps, chest, if the chest is really a strong point and you don't have to do that much to make them grow. That's a good thing too. That is, in my opinion, the best push workout you can do, is switch one muscle after the other. So you have this base and you can change it up however you want. Your triceps is getting a little bit bigger compared to the other. So maybe you do triceps only at the end, you do only one exercise, or you remove it completely. And that's what's cool with push workout. There's no rules and you do whatever you want. You can start with whatever exercise you want, whatever muscle you want. As long as it is pushing movement, you can do isolation, compound lift, whatever you want, and that is what's cool with the push-pull leg split. I have 2 push days in the week right now. I'm gonna give them to you. I'm really trying to bring up my chest for now. So my push day is essentially a chest day. Okay, you can compare my push day with a chest day with 1 exercise for shoulders and 1 exercise for triceps, maybe, if I have the time. So I'm starting with chest, incline of course, because I want to bring up my chest, but I want an overall big chest, not just some titties sagging around. So really emphasizing on the upper chest. I'm always starting my first push day with incline dumbbell press. This is the exercise where I can feel it the most. Incline dumbbell press. Then, like I said, we're gonna do side delts, because even if I'm not training shoulders as much as I used to, I still want to be as large as possible, so the side delts is the way to go. Then I have 2 other chest exercise, which is gonna be Smith machine, again incline Smith machine press, and then one of the 2, depending of what machine are available. I like to do cable flies, going really heavy and controlling really the eccentric, or I'm doing some bodyweight dips, because after 2 incline exercise I like to do one that is going to target a little bit more of the overall chest. Second push day is more focused on strength, because I'm starting with bench press on the barbell. I'm doing less reps, so I'm shooting to 3 to 5 at maximum, really trying to gain strength on this exercise. Second exercise, again, is going to be side delts. Maybe I'm doing lateral raises, maybe incline bench, side raises. That's really an exercise I like to do currently. So side delts, and the other is machine press. So maybe incline, maybe flat, depending of what's available, and then some cable flies or dips. So I'm really switching up from one push to another. If I did the dips on the first push day, I'm doing cable flies on the other, and the other way around when it's the case. So as you can see, this is a push workout because I'm training shoulders and chest on the same day, even though I'm only doing one exercise for shoulders. I know that my front delts and my triceps are getting enough tension to at least retain the muscle I have, and I will continue to do that until my chest has catch up. And then I probably will go back to a more traditional push day with the example I said earlier: chest, shoulder, triceps, chest, shoulder, triceps, repeat. Maybe in 1 year my chest will catch up and the triceps will be the weak point. So if that's the case, I'm just gonna start my push day with triceps. I'm gonna do tricep, chest, shoulders, for example. And that's what's beautiful with push-pull legs. You can do whatever you want, like I said. Last thing, if you're new to the gym, if you just started the gym and you're doing a push-pull legs workout because you've seen that the most ideal split for you, don't bother really much with emphasizing one of the other because you just started, so your body is not really used to that kind of training. So I would suggest for the beginner to really have the same amount of sets and really train hard on each and every muscle group. Then after 1 year or two, you can start seeing what muscle is growing faster than the other, and then emphasize one muscle over the other. So for the first 2 years, really train every muscle group the same way, with the same amount of the exercise, the same amount of sets. And of course, to really optimize the growth, you have to make sure that you have at least in the week between 8 to 15 to be large enough, 8 to 15 sets going to failure or at least near failure on each and every exercise. Training hard and feeling the tension on the right muscle. That is really important. If you're doing bench press and you're feeling all the shoulders, that is now a shoulder exercise and not a chest exercise. Just for saying. Really choose your exercise wisely. Make sure you have perfect techniques on each and every exercise. Do your sets, go to failure, and experiment with the push workout. Try to start with triceps, try to start with shoulders. Make sure you're training your weak point first with a lot of intensity and create the best aesthetically pleasing classic physique body you can have. Yeah, we're gonna finish with that. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you got something from it. I hope you learned something. Comment me your specialized push workout in the comments. I would love to see that. Subscribe if you want to see more. And of course, I see you guys in the next one.